What I'm doing here is just showing you quickly how to change the alternator on a 2010 Ford F150. 5.4 liter V8 gasoline motor. Now the reason why you might know you got to change your alternator, or your battery for that matter, is up on the dash here. In the blue letters you'll have the battery light flashing at you making noise. It's not doing it right now because I don't have it started. But just to show you quickly what you're getting yourself into, Mitch, hold the camera. Alright, so here's your intake. Right there. One screw, second screw, just to loosen up the bands. Once you get the bands loose, you don't take it all the way off, just loosen it up a little bit. Tug off one side, tug off the other side, be gentle. Remove this weird looking thing. Now that it's off, you expose your alternator. Now I've already taken the liberty of loosening up the serpentine belt with a 1/2 inch drive here. Just slide it on there, loosen up your belt, put a little torque on it. Now what I like to do so I don't have to redo the serpentine belt is I just kind of prop it up like this. I used a rubber band this time, but you could use a bungee cord or a zip tie or whatever, but make sure that whatever you're using isn't going to scratch or maim your belt at all, because that's your most important piece of the project. So now that that's out of the way, there's 4 bolts on the top, and I've already pre-loosened. I've already taken this thing out, but just to show you guys a quick tutorial, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on the top. Save your pieces. Get that out of the way. Next step. Now you got your electrical on top. Behind here, on the far side, closest to the firewall, there's a pin that you have to depress and pull up on, and this is the inside of it. I'll show you. So you have to depress this portion in to pull it out. Now mine was already broke when I pulled it off from the factory. God knows what happened to it. The second part, instead of depressing the sides, you have to pull these sides out to get this little cover off. And then it's got a little 1/2 inch nut on the top, which I said again I've already taken off just to show you. Save that. Do not put that in the garbage. You need that. Now, electrical's off to the side. Let's redisconnect the battery because we are working on the motor with electronic components. Okay, put this off to the side. Now, on the bottom of the alternator, same size bolt as the 4 on the top. You got the 2 bolts in the bottom, which hold the alternator into the motor. And I've taken them already off. And then there's your alternator. So altogether you got, let me see, 4 bolts on the top, 1 screw holding down the electrical harness, and then 2 in the bottom. So that's 7 altogether. And once you take those out, new one goes in, go bolts on the bottom to start, loosen them, or keep them loose, put the 4 on the top, keep those loose, put your electrical back on, then you tighten everything up. Don't re-lube any of the bolts because the chances of you taking them out again are very slim. And also, if you if you put lube on them, they could come back out from the vibrations of the motor. So that's it. That's how you take the alternator off a 2010 F150 quad cab, 5.4 liter V8 gasoline motor. Peace. Kill it, Mitchie.